Dominic Hennig with FerrisStateBulldogs.com, standing here with assistant coach Mark Kaufman. Coach, your Ferris State hockey team joined the national rankings for the second week in a row, ranked 6th. Going on to 4th-ranked Michigan. First off, I want to talk about your weekend last weekend, a sweep over the Miami Redhawks, 6-0 on the year, 4-0 at home. Your thoughts on how your squad's performing?
Well, it was a really physical, tough, aggressive series this past weekend, and we came out of it with 4 points, and again, Miami was one of the number one rated teams going into the year, and for us to have that type of weekend, it's probably like a bellwether series for us. It certainly some good things to come.
Chad Billins, CJ Motte, defenseman of the week, goaltender of the week. Motte, a freshman. Your thoughts on A, how they've played last weekend, and B, how Billins has approved as a player here at Ferris State?
Well, Chad's been playing this type of game for the last 2 or 3 years, and people got to remember that he was paired up with Zach Redmond the last couple of years, and sometimes could get overshadowed. But his type of game that he's producing right now and playing is very similar to what he's been doing. So it's really no surprise to us. And regarding CJ, what can you say? A freshman posting 2 shutouts already this year against some quality competition. I mean, it's just a real good get for us, and hopefully we can continue.
Speaking of Chad Billins, 3 players for Ferris State hockey had multi-point nights on the weekend last weekend. It was Eric Alexander, Travis Ouellette, Chad Billins. How important is that for players not only get points, but put up multiple points in the weekend?
Well, it's real important. Again, we've had some guys throughout our lineup. They're giving us some good depth with some production, but when it comes to bottom end scoring, the older guys have kind of taken the lead on that, and that's a good sign.
All right, now let's look ahead of this weekend. Bulldogs going to numbers 4, Michigan coming in ranked 6th. First off, do you guys even believe in the national rankings this early inside the season as a head coaching staff?
Well, it's good when you're up there. It's good to, you've been making some strides and accomplishments, and it's good to be recognized. No question about that. But, I think for us, we kind of look at the polls more come February and March and what have you, because that's eventually going to tell where you're going to stand if you can qualify for the NCAA playoffs. But, Michigan is always a top-end team. They're very, very aggressive. They score a lot of goals. They intimidate you with their speed and their depth, and it'll be another challenge for us.
Obviously, Yosai's one of the toughest places to play in college hockey. Very hostile environment. Do you tell your players ahead of time to expect something like that?
Well, most of them know. Obviously, the first-year kids, they got to figure it out themselves. But, the message is, hey, let's embrace this. Let's turn it into a positive, and let's use that emotion to our advantage, and, good things will happen because of that.
Thursday, Friday series, so a shorter practice week for you guys. Anything different inside the locker room?
No, actually, it's kind of a positive as well, because when you've played the games that we've played, we need to play games. We actually need a little less practice. So a couple quick practices this week, quick turnaround. It's just what the doctor ordered for us.
What kind of honor is that to be a CCHA Player of the Week?
Well, it's definitely a huge honor, but it just isn't a personal thing. I mean, it's big for the team, and to see our power play clicking out there, and just to be fortunate enough to have a couple of saves before Ole had a big goal there, and Kaner too.
3 weeks in college hockey, 2 shutouts in 3 games. Already CCHA goaltender of the week. Thoughts on this so far?
It feels like an accomplishment to me, but I give a lot of credit to all the team. Defense really plays well. They block a lot of shots, and the forwards get the pucks out, so that also helps me a lot. Constantly
on you the entire game. Does it get in your head at all, or do you not even hear them?
After playing a couple years in USHL, those fans get on you quite a bit too, so I just kind of learned to block them out more or less and just focus on the game.